Gabe and Chewy.
If you go to the expo before the marathon, they got a ton of gear. They got T-shirts and sweatshirts and hoodies and all of the things that say the name of the marathon or the name of the city and all of the things. You got unlimited designs.
Oh, no. Oh, I can't. I got that marathon runner coming in tonight.
What marathon runner?
You know, this guy, Jean-Paul. I met him when I was working at Pendant, editing a book on running.
But there is just one official marathon jacket. Every marathon puts one out. They change it year to year. And if you run the marathon, it's a nice little display of accomplishment.
Oh, wait, Jean-Paul. Isn't he the guy he overslept at the Olympics 4 years ago, missed the marathon?
The number of people I saw walking around the 27th mile wearing the official marathon jacket, who very clearly did not run the marathon, was irking me, man.
Yeah, that's him.
He's from Trinidad and Tobago, right?
Yeah, he's Trinidadian and Tobagan.
How do you oversleep at the Olympics?
I know.
I mean, it's like the biggest event of your life. You'd think you'd have like 6 alarm clocks paying off little kids in the village to come banging on your door.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamorro. Here's Jen Latta.
Running her mouth, she wants to ride it, she's trying to hide it. I'm cool as ever, she's too excited. Her man look like he wanna fight. He ain't doing nothing but running his mouth. Talk about it, we all about it. They making plans, we sit and count. Our chairs stacked just like a mountain. You heard about it, she running her mouth.
I'm a little surprised to see you, sir. Sir being Joshy. Sir Joshy. I'm a little surprised to see you sitting across from me behind the glass this morning. I thought for sure you would be gone. Did you think that you would be gone?
Not for a moment. Not for a split second.
So yesterday...
But
go ahead, Shu.
you followed through, though, on the request, which makes you a sucker!
Or a...
Talk about the pot calling the kettle black.
Ho, give me a timeout here. What are you talking about there, Mr. Bluebird?
Ho, ho, ho.
So Joshy did something at the behest and request of his significant other.
Yeah.
And what are you working on at your home right now, big guy?
Yeah, but I'm weak.
And what's wrong with that?
I wouldn't consider myself particularly strong when it comes to this stuff.
You do call your significant other Mussolini. Let's take some major cojones.
Which is
I
a
don't
step
even have
further
him to do
than
that.
exactly than Chewy would
Yes.
ever go.
I got to fight back somewhere.
All right, so let's let the loyal listeners in. What happened yesterday?
Yeah, so yesterday I was told there was a Target order for pickup, and I was asked if I could pick it up. And I said, yeah, sure, absolutely. I'll do it on the way home. It's rather convenient. And then about an hour later after that conversation, I got also, you should buy Powerball tickets today. Because I had a dream about it last night, and I've never dreamed about the Powerball in my life. So I responded with a ha, ha, ha. And realized from that moment, like, yeah, I probably have to go do this. So I went, had to go to the ATM, take out $20, go to the gas station, which not all gas stations sell lottery, which was surprising to me. I found that out when I walked in. I was like, yep.
Wait, you had to go to multiple gas stations?
Walked up, slapped my 20 down and said, I'd like $20 in Powerball. And they're like, we don't do lottery. I said, all right, have a good one. Walked back out, bought my Powerball tickets.
How many did you have to go to? Just two?
Just two.
Oh.
I just had to go down. It was like a couple blocks down the street, but it was something that surprised me. But I went knowing full well, because I'm not the type of person that believes dreams have any meaning, nor should I track down what they mean, because I think that would lead to some awkward interactions if we know about things that we all dream about at times. So I was like, whatever, I'll just do it, make Mussolini happy. And then I checked this morning. And since you hear my voice, I am not, which would be, I figured out it would be about $17 million after taxes richer. So I'm here.
So I'm here.
So,
yeah. Hi.
So if you're going on a flight to Wichita and Mussolini says, Josh, you shouldn't go, I had a dream where the plane goes down, you ain't listening?
I'm hopping on that plane. Gotta go. Wichita,
really?
Here I come.
I'd
Really?
take any excuse not to go to Wichita, but that's just me.
I'm imagining I have some business there. Because no, I would not.
It's not just a joy trip.
Right.
But
Chewy, do
speaking
you
of
believe in... Wait,
airplanes-
hold on, Chew. Do you believe in
Okay, okay.
premonitions?
Well, I have them, and some of them come true. I guess that makes me a medium.
Yeah, Nostradamus.
But
You
back to
haven't
the-
been a medium since 8th grade.
It's a good point. Back to airplanes, though. I cannot watch movies about airplanes on an airplane. Is anyone with me?
So what? You can't watch. I mean,
I tried
I'm trying to
watching
think
Top
of
Gun.
movies. Oh, okay.
I tried watching Top Gun. Couldn't do it.
And I've
do
watched Top Gun on planes about 18 times. So
Which is
Jen spent
strange
more time on
because you're
airplanes
afraid to
watching
fly.
Top Gun than she did sleeping in
then
2024.
Tom Cruise has spent in an airplane filming Top Gun at this point.
That doesn't bother you?
No, what's your issue with it?
The movement, the herky-jerky, the turbulence, the crashing. I just can't do it.
But you're not going through the crashing part of that. You're just on the plane.
Well, as far as you know, Gabe.
Well, I
mean, the
mean, I'm
flight's
talking
not
to you right
done
now.
yet.
So if you were in a plane
Well,
crash,
I know.
I think I'd be aware.
I'm just saying I had to turn it off. I can't do that.
What do you think? It's like bad juju? It's like
Yeah.
tempting the fates, tempting the gods?
Yes, totally.
Interesting. But you believe in some of the premonitions you have? How do you know which ones to believe in and which ones to disregard?
Well, I'll tell you a true story right here. My brother-in-law had a dream. Didn't know that his dad was going up in a helicopter the next day. So had a dream about him going up in the helicopter and having it crash. He found out his dad was going on the helicopter, called him frantically and said, "Dad, whatever you do, don't please just promise me you won't go on the helicopter. Promise me." And his dad didn't, and the helicopter crashed.
Whoa.
So he probably got that. Because I have dreams sometimes. I'm like, I don't know if it's, what do they call it where you, help me out here, Gabe.
Continue your sentence.
Deja vu.
and we'll-
Deja vu.
I knew that's
Deja
where he
vu.
was going. I knew that's where he was going.
Deja vu.
Okay.
So I've had dreams that I've had that have come true later on in life.
And that's where
So,
the deja vu kicks in.
Are you sure?
Yeah, positive.
What, you're
Yep.
calling BS on this?
He's saying that he's had dreams.
Yep.
And then he's remembered the dreams long enough that they have eventually come true. And he then has remembered that in years prior, he had dreamt about what just happened. Am I
Yeah.
following that correctly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So give me an example.
Like I played for the Packers.
Did you also have a dream that you would win the Super Bowl one day,
No,
like
I
every
didn't have
other
one.
red-blooded American boy who played football as a kid?
I've won
Hurt
more
myself
Super
on a
Bowls than I
jet
can
ski.
count.
Hurt myself. At least I didn't make my own ring like a tool.
We're gonna get to that.
Yeah, I know we're going to get to
Okay,
that. but
yeah.
that
All
is
over
just-
the place.
You are.
I
Jeez.
know.
Lock it down. Okay, so if you get a premonition, or if someone gets a premonition or a dream, Joshy obviously is, well, sort of the relationship has led him to have to follow through. Gabe, if your wife said to you, "I had a dream last night of something, 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 can you do this just in case, just on the off chance?" And it's not a huge commitment. It's not like
if it's not something huge, yeah. It's like, hey, don't get on that plane. Because also, like, my wife has been mad at me for a day because she had a dream that I did something mean to her. In
Yeah.
you know,
Been
so
there.
then
whomst
you gotta
among
deal
us,
with that.
whomst among us have not taken
Like, so
out
now I'm
our
getting the cold shoulder.
frustrations.
Yeah, what did I do in the dream?
Yeah, like, what can I do to make this better?
Well, Dario says, "What did Dream Dario do now?"
Like, no, So yeah, I'm more on the side of Josh. You're like, yeah, these dreams, they're not really meaning anything.
Put it this way. I don't believe it, but I believe in it enough where it's like, hey, I could put in minimal effort and possibly have millions of dollars. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah,
I'll roll the dice.
For $20, yes.
Yeah.
If I have to like spend a bunch of money to redirect the flight,
Right.
probably not. Yeah, minimal effort. Yeah, okay. I will play along for minimal effort.
I don't know. The flight thing, the percentage of flights that actually have major issues is very, very, very small. That's what they tell us all the time anytime you have any hesitation about getting on a plane. But if a loved one said, like in Chewy's situation, "Hey, I got a bad feeling. Like, don't get on that plane," I'll divert. I'll change
Yeah, I would
I'll
too.
change. Yeah, I mean, and again, maybe it's different for me because I travel so much, and changing flights for me is old hat at this point. But if somebody I love said to me, "I got a bad feeling about that flight you're supposed to take," say no more. Making the change. 1-800-DELTA. Here we come. Like that wouldn't take much for me, to be perfectly honest with you, to change a flight. Now that flight might get to its destination, no problem. I still wouldn't feel bad. I wouldn't be like, "Oh, what a waste of time." Grumble, grumble, grumble. I'd be like, But I don't know. There's something about big things. Now, if someone came to me and said, "I had a dream that you won the Powerball," man, you could not stop me from running to the gas station. Like I'm right there with you and Mussolini on that one.
Wait, she did dream that she won the Powerball, right?
Yes, correct.
Not just generally about the Powerball.
And it kind of fell apart a little bit because the jackpot in her dream was $222 million, and I believe it was like 56 or something yesterday when they had the drawing. Okay. So we were a little off there, but it's millions.
I was going to say, it's not pocket change.
Right. Are you now keeping more of an eye on Powerball? Because I'll be honest, I don't really keep an eye on Powerball until it gets to such a high number that it makes the news and it's everywhere and you can't avoid it. But are you going to keep an eye on it for when it gets to $222 million?
Well,
and then throw your hat back in the ring?
That's the question. Do I just keep playing it until somebody hits the jackpot, or do I wait for the 200 number? Because at this point, I'm sort of pot committed. Like, it's 2 or 3 drawings a week, I believe, for the Powerball.
Oof.
Like,
what up?
I'm at gas stations enough or out enough where it's like popping in and stopping by isn't going that far in my. And I could just do $10. I don't have to do 20. It was convenient. ATMs give you 20 a pop, so I just threw it all on the desk and said, "Let's go." So
I think you gotta wait for the 221 number. I think that's what you're waiting for.
I think you go ahead, Chew.
What are your favorite dreams to have other than the obvious, men?
Let's put a pin in that for 1 second.
No, because girls don't have that. It's just guys.
They don't poop either.
Oh, we're talking about those kinds of dreams.
Wait, you didn't pick up on that?
Well, eventually I did, but slow to the uptake. Hold on. I want to get to that. Maybe. I'm not even sure we can, actually, now that I've said that. Because Dario will tell me that, too. He'll be like, "Had a good one last night." Yeah. All right, calm down. I got the spray bottle over here, like.
Why are you doing push-ups on the wall to take a leak?
No, so Mussolini did not have a dream that said you were going to win this Powerball. That's the challenge of this quote-unquote premonition is there's a Powerball like a city bus, right? So, like, this is where you have to keep playing until, now.
No, I think you got to wait for the 220 number.
Okay.
See, but the thing is, the way Powerball works, it's not a steady inclining number.
It depends upon how many people have played.
It depends on how many people have played. So 222 could just get skipped over. Now, if I ever see a 222, you bet your bottom dollar I'm playing
$100. Throw it all in.
Right, but like I have a feeling it's probably going to go like one day from 180, and next thing you know, it's 250, and you're like, well, did I miss my shot? Do I got to wait for the right shot to come? I don't know.
We're going to put that
but that's like saying on a plane, you can't miss every single plane you go on because someone has a premonition, right?
Are people having premonitions often?
Look, man, I don't remember dreams, so.
Yeah, and when I do,
I can't decide, by the way, if that's a blessing or a curse. I can't decide if him never remembering his dreams is a good thing or a bad thing.
I'm not never, but I'm 1 out of 25.
Well, what is Mussolini? I think we need to know that. Is she one of these people who's remembering all of her dreams, and now you're committed to whatever she's dreaming about on a nightly basis?
About the dreams, it'd feel like they're happening every day.
Josh, so you're saying you only dream 1 out of every 25 nights?
No, everyone dreams every night. It's do you remember them and do you take them in? Because most of the time, like, I'll have like a vague, but they're all like disconnected, don't really make sense. It's like vaguely remembering something. It's not. I don't have coherent dreams like many people seem to, and it seems like Gabe probably doesn't either.
Yeah, mine are clear as ever. Yeah. That's because I'm special.
It's the daytime thoughts that are a little murky, huh? We got to take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. We are going to put it on the Jen, Gabe, and Chewy Twitter poll. Something along the lines of Josh's girlfriend had a premonition about Powerball. Does he have to play Powerball until the end of time now? The premonition was that they won the Powerball. It wasn't just like, hey, there's a sign that says Powerball, or hey, I bought a ticket one time and that was the end of the story. No, in her premonition, they won the Powerball. How committed now is Joshy and his girlfriend? How committed do they have to be to playing Powerball? And by the way, do you have like specific numbers or is it just random?
I do the randomizer.
I mean, if you're buying $20 worth, that's a lot of different numbers.
Yeah. I'm a little nervous about filling out the sheet. How do I do it? Why do I do it? Just press the button, get it back to me.
I think that's what they're banking on, though, aren't they? I don't know. I don't know how the Powerball works.
I mean, it's all random. I don't think they're banking on anything.
People do win that way. They say, I have these numbers that I always play and end up hitting. But
Correct.
There's also as many people that win just on the random.
Okay, that's what I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know if there was a higher success rate playing your numbers or a higher success rate playing the randomizer.
I mean, if you go to Potawatomi and see people have like little trolls and figurines on their slot machines, they'll tell you that's why they win sometimes. But
okay. First of all, I don't see the trolls on the slot machines. I see that in the bingo hall,
that's the bingo
right?
hall.
That's a
I've seen like stacking them on the slot machines.
I've seen people bring out different little good luck trinkets that they'll put up. Yeah,
really
in the cup holder. Check them, you'll see them.
Maybe that's what's going wrong for people that I go to the casino with. I won $700 on slots last week.
What was the good luck charm?
I guess just me.
All right, someone's just got to pick you up and put you on the slot.
Exactly.
Bring you with. That's easy. X-Golf, located at American Family Field. That's easy as well. It is open year-round, and it's a unique location because it's inside the ballpark overlooking left field, so you can see what's going on in the ballpark. But they have their 7 state-of-the-art simulators. The space is huge, though. It's unique. It's not like anything you've ever seen. So stop in. Even if you're not a golfer, try out some of the great food that they have. Or if you're in charge of planning that next corporate event, X-Golf at American Family Field is the perfect place to do it. They can set up games on the simulator. And like I said, you don't have to be a golfer to enjoy the space and enjoy the food and drink. Book your sim and find out more at xgolfamfamfield.com.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
We do have some backups along 94 eastbound as you're making your way out of the Zoo Interchange all the way to Hawley Road. We do have a crash on southbound 43 right about at Locust. This is off on the right shoulder. Just starting to see a little bit of bunching behind that. Otherwise, we do have this other accident on 894 eastbound right at the ramp from Loomis. Things are starting to bunch up a little bit through that area as well. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. They know how to minimize your taxes to keep more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net to learn more. That's nealgroup.net. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Sun and clouds, windy and mild, a high of 45. Tonight, partly cloudy, breezy, mild, a low of 25. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
Do you want to have more fun watching the NFL playoffs? Try playing Sleeper Picks. Just download the Sleeper app today and pick more or less on at least 2 players' projected stats. You can win up to 100 times your cash. For a limited time, Sleeper has a special offer. New users have to just play $5 and they'll receive $55 in free entries. Just download the Sleeper app today and use code BRAD, B-R-A-D. Must be 18 years or older. Promo code, location, and other restrictions apply. Minimum deposit $25. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-426-2537 for help.
Kevin Moret for Mentality. Most new clients in Mentality are stuck at just 1/3 the free testosterone they need, and that's a losing battle. Without enough free testosterone, nothing works. Your energy's gone, muscles weaken, and fat piles on. But it doesn't have to stay that way. Mentality's doctors bring your hormones back into balance so your body starts working again. More energy, stronger muscles, better results. This year, stop settling for a fraction of your potential. Start strong with our New Year offer at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Ready to tackle your home improvement project this winter? Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help you score big with quality home exterior and shower upgrades. As a 5-time President's Club Award winner, Exterior Pros is not playing around. With flexible financing, it's never been easier to invest in your home without breaking the bank. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274. Trust the pros and kick off your home transformation today.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Leaving for the gym so early?
I'm ready to go.
Since you started taking Nugenix Total T, you've been acting like when we met in our 20s.
I feel like myself again. Lower testosterone after turning 40 slowed me down. Nugenix Total T has been a game changer for me.
What is it about Nugenix Total T that's different?
It's a key ingredient called Tesnor. It boosts free and total testosterone to help you get back the drive and energy from your youth. Total T is backed by 5 clinical studies.
I've seen the huge difference it's made for you in the gym, at work, and in the bedroom.
I'm so glad I sent them a text for my complimentary bottle. Text ROCK to 321321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and we'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text ROCK to 321321. That's ROCK to 321321.
Ready, down, put.
All Packers, all the time.
He was a field tilting player, and the reason why Gabe and many others are so concerned is that this guy's on the field, he changes the offensive dynamic. They are a different offense when he is there.
Okay, most of the time.
You know, Homer calls Matt LaFleur soft all the time. Matt LaFleur is like Vince Lombardi compared to me.
It's Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
We got a lot of reaction rolling in on the Carbless Talk and text line, 800-990-3776. Less is more. We should probably get Jason's reaction as well. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning, everyone. How are you?
We're good. Did you hear the dilemma? It's not really a dilemma, but the situation that Joshy finds himself in?
That he just won the lottery?
It's cute that you think he would answer the phone after he won the lottery.
Yeah. That's sort of how my kids hear stories, by the way. They just pick a few details out and try to jam them together into something coherent. No, so his girlfriend told him she had a dream/premonition that they won the Powerball. So she sent him out on a mission to purchase Powerball tickets. Now, they did not win yesterday. So what we're trying to nail down here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy is how long does Joshy have to play Powerball? Do they play until they win? Is it just till it reaches the number that his girlfriend had in her premonition? Is he off the hook since he did it once? What say you?
Well, how much did she win in her dream?
It was $222 million, which is not the amount of the Powerball right now. It is only in the 50s.
Yeah, I think he can only play. I mean, come on. If you're going to have a premonition, got to get the details right? So once it hits, you got to play every time it's at $222 million, I would think. That'll save you a lot of money for not winning the lottery, by the way.
Interesting wrinkle. Hadn't considered it.
Would you show up to work the next day, Joshy? Or no?
If I won $222 million, hell no.
Yeah.
No way.
Not even to gloat?
No. That seems like a bad decision. I seem to put myself at risk.
Wait, are you one of those people that if you won the lottery, you wouldn't tell a soul?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't tell a soul.
You
wouldn't hear from me for a long time.
No, I'd still go to
Kaiser
work.
Sose over there.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, my job's great. Let's get that clear first. Put that out there.
Yeah. On the record.
Sometimes I got to do some stuff that necessarily I don't want to do, which, I sleep in a little bit on occasion. That'd be nice.
You think your dog's letting you sleep in at this point?
Good point.
Jason. Statistically, hello, buddy. Statistically, the offense and the defense, I guess, finished in the top 10. Did it feel like it to you?
Certainly not down the stretch with the offense. And look, Josh Jacobs was obviously the engine that put them there at a level that they had not had even with my guy Aaron Jones. So, no, it just felt like it was always off. And even during that run when they had, 5 straight games, Gabe, of 30 or more points?
Correct.
It never quite felt like it was Like, it was almost like you got to the end of the game and you're like, oh, they scored 30 points again, right? Like, you just never got the sense that they were really humming. And so, no, that's a great question. We might have to steal that, like we stole your where are the Packers in relation to the Super Bowl teams question, which was also outstanding. But yeah, I did you ever feel like they were really humming? I just never did.
But Jason, I've been banging on the drum. I don't think LaFleur wants to be a 50-50 team. I think he wants to be a little more elevated in the pass game than the run. Would you agree with that or no?
Yeah. But let's be honest, they all do, right? Like, Holmgren wanted to be, McCarthy wanted to be. I mean, maybe Sherman in 2003 really enjoyed the run the ball because he was a tight ends coach. But yeah, I think they always want to throw the ball, and they know the quickest way to the end zone is generally through the air. So yeah, I do think that. And that, again, is why I look at this past season as this kind of petri dish that it took a while and still has not fully figured out what was growing in it. And now this is the off season where they got to get in the lab and figure out, all right, we have these ingredients for an offense, but we did not figure out exactly how to meld them together for it to be optimal. And Josh Jacobs, as we've talked about multiple times on this show and across our shows, has been a great thing. There's no denying that. But to make it a really, really, really great thing, you have to figure out how to marry up what Josh Jacobs does well in the run game with making the pass game and the play-action game more effective. And to me, that is Matt LaFleur's biggest challenge for the offseason.
Jason, a lot of folks were surprised by Rich Bisaccia getting another year added to his contract with that report coming out yesterday. But the thing that I'm most interested when it comes to that, Rich Bisaccia, game management advisor, is that something he had been doing, or is that going to be a new part of his role with getting the extension?
No, that's what what? I know you watch the games. I was going to say something snarky then, and it would have been mean-spirited, and I don't want to be that guy. But you watch the games, right?
Yeah.
Like, LaFleur is talking to him all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so that has been his role. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone include it in, like Spoon did in the story per se. So I don't know if that's he does have the assistant head coach title, right? I mean, so there's got to be other responsibilities that come with that. But they're always talking about situations. Anytime you see Matt LaFleur on the sideline and he's not, screaming or yelling at an official or getting too emotional, he's usually talking to Bisaccia. So, yeah, I think that's something that Bisaccia has always done. I agree with you that seeing it in Spoon's story made me wonder that is not, like, if you go to the website, it doesn't say Rich Bisaccia, special teams coordinator, assistant head coach, game management advisor. But I don't think there's any question that that's one of the areas that he's been very active with Matt LaFleur.
I mean, why would they give him another job when he can't do his normal job well? What the hell are they doing there? I'm sorry.
Yeah, again,
it's like Luke Getsy. Jason, it's like Getsy. You went to the Bears, fired. You went to the Raiders, fired, and then went to the other side of the ball, and let's bring him back here.
Yeah, I mean, look, first of all, I would think there's been a lot of coaches that have coached for the Bears and the Raiders who were good coaches, and that's where good coaches go to die, or at least go to get fired, right? I mean, those are two highly dysfunctional franchises. Now, have they hired guys that weren't good coaches? Sure, of course they have, right? But, and I'm not saying Luke Getsy is the same as this guy, but Josh McDaniels has been an abject failure as a head coach. Agreed?
Yes.
Without a doubt.
But that doesn't mean that he's not a good offensive coordinator, right? Like, Ray Rhodes was a good defensive coordinator. Was he a good head coach? No. He gave players way too much rope and tried to treat them like men, and it didn't work. I mean, there's always coaches that rise one rung above where they should be on the ladder. I mean, you could argue if we're being honest, that Joe Barry is a good linebackers coach and should have never been a coordinator, much less 3 times, right? But, when you get fired from those roles, that doesn't mean that you don't know what you're doing. Like, I'll say this, whether it's Devontae Adams, who had him as a wide receivers coach, or Rodgers, who had him as a quarterbacks coach, I think Luke Getsy is viewed by players as a guy who helps you get better and is insightful and is helpful. So I don't know what his role is going to entail, but
where I get skewed, Jason, is our roster in '92 was horrible. It was not very good. Yet we still won 9 games, and that was because of Holmgren. He probably won 5 or 6. So that's where I get skewed. If you're a good coach, you find a way to win, even though if you're void of talent. That's why I'm so skewed. I'm like, God, we should have won 5 games that year, and we wound up losing the last game of the year to Minnesota to miss the playoffs.
Again, I don't know what Antonio Pierce did or was doing. Like, again, I don't know enough about the inner workings of the Raiders. Obviously, I know enough about the Bears to say that they're just. And maybe Ben Johnson is the magician who will finally, turn them into a successful franchise. But again, I just think that there's lots of coaches that go to situations that, you're right, Holmgren elevated you guys. There's no denying that. He was also the head coach. He also had, was it after 2 games where you guys had lost your first 2 games, and he's wondering if he's ever going to win a game in the NFL? Like, again, he's going to go into the Hall of Fame, right? He better.
Yeah.
And so he was the type of coach that could get you stumble bums to win more games than you should have in '92 because of his greatness. I don't think anybody is looking at anybody on the Packers' current staff and say that guy's going to be a Pro Football Hall of Famer someday.
Jason, what does your gut tell you about how some of these other coaching positions shake out, whether it's Stenovich, whether it's Jason Vrabel? Do you think that they will, I guess they're drawing interest from other teams? Stenovich does not call plays, but maybe at some other spot he would. I assume that's something he wants to do, just to continue evolving, progressing in his position. What does your gut tell you about how those will shake out?
Yeah, I don't know how many more offensive coordinator, play caller jobs are open or going to be open. I mean, obviously the only unfilled head coaching job left is the Saints, right? I didn't miss one. So I don't know if they hire Kellen Moore, who I think they flew to go interview in Philly. He would be a offensive head coach who also calls the plays. So, look, I love the fact that LaFleur was ready to allow Steno to take, if they had hired him, the Seattle offensive coordinator job, because that's obviously a defensive-minded head coach in Mike McDonald. He would have been the play caller. Sean McVay did the same thing for Matt. When he was the Rams offensive coordinator, he wasn't calling the plays. The opportunity came up with the Titans and with Mike Vrabel, and he allowed LaFleur to make a lateral move so he could be a play caller. I think Matt was willing to do that for Steno too. I know that Matt LaFleur believes that Jason Vrabel is a coordinator in waiting. I don't know when that's going to happen and which team it's going to happen with. To me, the question the Packers are obviously facing is, what exactly is Matt LaFleur's plan with the quarterbacks coach? Is he going to hire someone from the outside? We saw Bobby Slowick get let go by the Texans. We know Scott Tolzien, who was with Mike McCarthy in Dallas for the last several years, is available. He was the quarterbacks coach for Dak Prescott and Cooper Rush. And then obviously you've got your 2 remaining candidates on staff now that Luke Getsy is going to have a title. Is it going to be Sean Mannion, who not only John Schneider, the GM of the Seahawks, said is going to be a head coach in this league someday, but now has had a year in the quarterback's room to kind of learn the ropes after transitioning out of his playing career? I still, Tausch wants it to be Dan Orlovsky just so I'm irritated. I don't think that's going to be the case. But the fact of the matter is he's got 2 spots to fill on his own staff. And I think the hiring cycle is starting to slow down, which I think is good news. Like, I think that would allow Matt LaFleur and Steno and all those offensive guys, like I said, get back in their laboratory and figure out, all right, we've got some really good pieces on this offense. They didn't come together the way we wanted them to this year. We got to figure this stuff out.
All right, Jason, we appreciate you hanging out with us this morning. Have a great one. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right, everybody, take care. Be good.
Listen to Jason Wilde on Wilde and Tausch right after Jen, Gabe, and Chewy each and every morning right here on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee. Yes, it does seem like, according to PackersNews.com, that there are several offensive coordinator positions still available. In this list, they have the Houston Texans, the Raiders, the Jets, the Cowboys, the Saints, the Bucks. It says so Stenovich could wind up elsewhere still. I just wish I understood like how all of these pieces work together between when Tom Clements was here and Matt LaFleur and Rich Bisaccia and Jason Vrabel and Adam Stenovich. Like, how do they all like come up with the game plan? Or like, just I'm very curious about. That's a lot of cooks, right? Matt LaFleur's calling the plays, obviously, but I'm curious about Bisaccia has the most input when it comes to game management. I mean, he has the title. I'm just very curious about how all of these roles sort of fit together to create the offense for the Green Bay Packers. We got to take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, but we will roll on right after this. Tune into Thanalysis Show every week. It's presented by Gruber Law Offices. Thanasis Antetokounmpo hanging out with special guests for fun and surprising conversations. Maybe it's his live show with his brother Giannis, a chat with Green Bay quarterback Jordan Love, getting the inside scoop on fighting with Logan Paul, or any one of his unique guests. Find Thanalysis Show on Apple, Spotify, and wherever else you get your podcasts. Plus, you can subscribe to Thanalysis on YouTube to see exclusive video content from Thanasis. Thanalysis Show is presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Still dealing with an accident along 894 eastbound right about at Loomis. Things are starting to back up to 60th Street now, even though everything is off on the right shoulder. An accident on southbound 43 as well, right about at Locust, is making for an interesting ride. We're slowing down almost from Hampton all the way down to that scene. Eastbound 94 slowing out of the Zoo Interchange to Hawley Road. Southbound on 41 backing up south of Appleton Avenue all the way down towards Capitol Drive. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, sun and clouds, windy and mild, a high of 45. Then tonight, partly cloudy, breezy, mild, a low of 25. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The new year is here, and we all know it's the perfect time to hit the reset button. Let's be real, guys. Feeling confident in how you look and feel isn't just for women. That's where Quintessa Aesthetic Center comes in. From now through March 31st, Quintessa is offering exclusive packages to help you start 2025 as a more confident you. Whether it's weight loss plans or even IV therapy, Quintessa has personalized options backed by medical experts to help you look and feel your absolute best. Visit myquintessa.com to learn more. Make 2025 the year you feel confident inside and out.
Save big money on everything for your painting and staining projects now at Menards. Add beautiful color to your projects with Minwax water-based wood stain. This penetrating stain delivers color that showcases wood grain in one single coat and dries in 1 hour. Get a quart for $15.49 at Menards. Plus, check out Minwax's 2025 Color of the Year, Violet, in store and on Menards.com. View the weekly flyer for more great deals going on now through February 2nd.
Save big money at Menards.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED, because millions of men experience it. Did you know that 1 in 4 people seeking treatment for ED are under 40? So you're not alone. And even better, Hims can help. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. It all starts with an online intake form. From there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. Through hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
It started with a prediction.
Go out there and play basketball and win. And how many games? 6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
That's for the culture.
Here in Wisconsin, one name is synonymous with fantastic frozen pizza, Palermo's. For almost 60 years, Palermo's has focused on feeding Wisconsin families. And though Palermo's has grown a lot since 1964, they're still family-owned. They're still proud to call Milwaukee home. And they're still committed to making the best frozen pizza possible. From their new and improved rising crust pizzas to their guilt-free Primo thin pies, Palermo's has a delicious slice for every appetite. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer food aisle. Palermo's, flavor is our family's business.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
You want more physical harm beset upon people who are trying to earn a living.
I want winners. If someone has to die in order for us to win, then that's the price you pay.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. If you missed any of our conversation with Jason Wilde, you can, of course, find it on Wisconsin On Demand or wherever you get your podcast. Gabe, can you refresh my memory?
Okay.
How did Packers special teams perform this year?
According to Pro Football Focus, they were last. If you look at the ranking that, now I'm blanking on his name, from the Dallas newspaper, he had them at 29th. So, they performed relatively low.
So yesterday, Chew, when it was announced that Rich Bisaccia, yes, very kind of you, Gabe, that Rich Bisaccia had been extended, what was your reaction?
Laughter. Laughter. I mean,
why?
Because you fire the D-line coach for underperforming. Maybe it's because he didn't underperform because he finished the same place he did the year before. I just don't get it. And when it comes to Vrabel, I mean, they're gushing over Vrabel, and we're going to go over a list of players who regressed, and there's receivers on that list. That should be your measure when it comes to the coaching staff. How did your players perform? Did they get better, or did they get worse? Now, I'm not an advocate of firing coaches after 1 year of regression, but I mean, if you look at this list, that tells you why they only went as far as they did, and I've said it a million times. C players got to play like B's, B's got to play like A's, A's got to play like A's.
Does that tell you, though, that Matt LaFleur interprets the special teams struggles, and you just rattled it off, it's, one of the worst units in the league, that Matt LaFleur thinks that's a player's thing as opposed to a coaching thing? Or does it tell you that Matt LaFleur values Rich Bisaccia as his, what is the title? What's the other title besides being the special teams coordinator?
He's the associate head coach.
That he values that role of Rich Bisaccia more than he values him as the coordinator of special teams.
Or maybe he doesn't value special teams at all. I mean, look, one of the greatest coaches I've ever had was Nolan Cromwell, because he put it in players' heads that special teams is its own entity. You use special teams to show your talents so you can move up the list of your position, okay? You don't treat it, you don't disregard it. And one thing, and all these coaches have them. Like, the one thing that drove me nuts about Mike McCarthy is he didn't care about penalties. I'm like, how can't you care about penalties? Penalties are a form of discipline, right? And it goes back to Holmgren. Let the little things slip, then you let the bigger things slip. Special teams under Holmgren were like, there are 3 phases to the game. offense, defense, and special teams, and they're all equal, right? Maybe you don't buy that. Maybe you're trying to sell that. But I know we bought into it, right? We bought into it because Nolan wouldn't let us.
Did you?
Gabe, our special teams under Swollen Nolan were top 5
Yeah,
every
but
year.
you keep telling me about how sometimes, you'd roll one back there. Or you were Rocket Man because you like to snap it over the punter's head because you were trying to get off of special teams.
That's why we had Frankie Winters in the bullpen. I can only take it 5 innings, right? I had a pitch count.
On long snapping? You had a pitch count on long snapping?
Absolutely.
I guess I'm just trying to figure out, Chew, what the conversation was. Rich Bisaccia, your special teams unit was one of the worst in the league. But you also happen to be my assistant. And I go to you on some of these critical decisions. Game management, I believe that's in the title. Well, Matt LaFleur's game management wasn't all that great this year. So I'm just trying to figure out, I'm sure they're having tough conversations. I'm sure they recognize that they underperformed in both of those categories. But the extension, was there some, this goes back to what we always talk about, was there some group out there that was clamoring for Rich Bisaccia or Matt LaFleur needed to lock him up, Gabe?
Well, so I think, and again, I know I'm the only, because I basically really don't care a lot about the special team stuff. I'm guessing in Rick Gosselin's, that's the guy's name from the Dallas Morning Star, I'm guessing in his ranking, for the Packers to finish 29th, a lot of that is because the Packers missed a lot of field goals early in the year. Because according to the story that is up at the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, the Packers were number 2 in the league in kickoff coverage. Okay, so how are you number 2 in the league in kickoff coverage at 29th in special teams? Two in the league in kickoff coverage, that to me, okay, that's being coached well by your guy, and by Rich Bisaccia. And missed field goals is one of those things where
I would agree with that.
That's not Bisaccia's department, right? No special teams coach in the league is teaching technique on field goal kicking. So that's more of a guy that once they figured that out with McManus, everything was fine. So maybe that's something that LaFleur's looking at going, well, we were 2 in that ranking in kickoff coverage. That's what he's actually coaching. And he's good there. Let's extend him for another season to keep him around because he is my trusted advisor.
Let me throw this out there as well, Chew. Could this be a personality thing? Could this be Matt LaFleur recognizing some of the details of his personality and saying, I don't have this, but Rich Bisaccia does, and he can sort of complement or supplement some of the things that I might not have from a personality standpoint. Is there some of that you think might have gone into him aligning with keeping Rich Bisaccia?
No, I just think it's an old boys network. That's what it is. He's a good guy. I've known him for a while. I don't know. I mean, it's clear when they did this, they don't value special teams as much as they do offense and defense. I mean, how many of those kicks were returned too, Gabe? I mean, did they cover 10 kicks in the entire season? Because everything seems to be kicked out.
I don't have that information. It's just in the article, they were number 2 in kickoff coverage, 19 in kickoff returns, which are both improvements from 2024.
Well, again, in the PackersNews.com article, and I know it's not great to read on the radio, but it says Bisaccia's units also had some bad moments during the season, starting with kick returner Keyshawn Nixon's decision to return a ball from 8 yards deep in the end zone with 27 seconds left, and the Packers down 34-29 in the season opener against Philadelphia. I can dismiss that. First game of the season. Keyshawn Nixon, right? I can sit there and dismiss
Keyshawn went to business for himself.
Nixon also fumbled on the opening kickoff of the playoff game, setting up the Eagles for a touchdown and an early 7-0 lead. You can make the argument as well. Keyshawn Nixon, right? I don't want to put everything on the coaches. But then there is this. Bisaccia also didn't have his team ready for a trick punt return against Chicago that resulted in a 94-yard return in Week 18. In the same game, LaFleur called a timeout on the Packers' final possession of the game that gave the Bears enough time to drive for the winning score after the Packers had taken the lead on the 55-yard field goal. That's game management, right?
Yeah, but that one's also on LaFleur. It's not like he went to Rich and went, hey, should I call timeout here? He called the timeout right away. And ultimately it does come down to Matt LaFleur. You've got this advisor, you've got all these coaches, but you're still the head coach. It all still comes down to you. You get the blame, you get the credit, you get all of that.
It just, to me, it screams of their standards for different coaches. The standard isn't the same for the D-line coach as it is for the special teams coach, as it is for the receivers coach, as it is for the tight end, which I don't think is good.
Well, but again, Chewy, if they're number 2 in kickoff coverage in the league, isn't that what Bisaccia is coaching? Wouldn't that stand a reason that Bisaccia has no control over the kicker is? that they decided.
No, I agree with that standpoint. But Gabe, when you're the highest paid D end in the league, when you're the highest paid receiver in the league, when you're the highest paid special teams player in the league, I expect you to be top 5, top 3.
Well, but if you've got a kicker missing a bunch of kicks, that's not on you.
That's right, and I'm okay taking that out. But 19th in kickoff return, come on.
Look, I want to push everything through the prism of expectations are very high in Green Bay. Team had a good year. We always go back to the record. But they did underperform. I think we can all agree to that. And so when you're looking for explanations for why they underperformed, and you're seeing the numbers that are being thrown out there about special teams, and you're seeing Rich Bisaccia not getting more control, not getting more assignments, but being extended as opposed to just standing pat, it does feel like there's a complacency. Joshy, am I wrong in saying, like, this, it doesn't feel right? The things we're talking about here don't line up with then this guy being extended.
Yeah, I mean, it comes off as complacency to me with just kind of running it back with the, like, we've talked about running it back and how the Packers can't do this next season. I think you can attribute things to Rich Bisaccia, kind of how you see fit. There are people who do rankings that factor in other things like punt return, yardage, tackle, like efficiency. You can find people who do that. The Packers still don't rank very well in all that stuff, even with factoring in more factors than the kickings made or missed, because that is a huge factor. And as Gabe said, you can't really force them to make kicks. But there are things that seem like, knowing that he's the in-game management advisor like that, and how those things popped up in multiple situations throughout the year, and frankly throughout Matt LaFleur's history with Rich Bisaccia, it does make me wonder, like, is he either not using him correctly, or are those two just not a good match together? Because some of the things are, like, pretty obvious that Matt LaFleur has done, where it's like, did you not talk to Rich before then? Or do you guys not have, like, a good system here on how you're doing this?
That's the more interesting thing to me, is that getting out of the bag of, hey, he's the game management advisor. Like, that's infinitely more interesting to me, because I think a lot of those things have a lot more impact on games than a lot of times special teams
I would agree
do.
there.
But I think the point that you guys are making is all of that stuff has to be philosophical. It cannot be in the moment, Matt LaFleur unsure of what to do, leaning over and going, hey, Rich, I got a minute here. Let's figure out what we want to do on this down and distance. It has to be a philosophy within the organization of, when this situation presents itself, this is how we choose to handle it. And whether that's based on analytics or whether it's based on gut, I'm not exactly sure. But I think you can't be sitting there in the moments going, hold on 1 minute, let me just check with my advisor.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. Who already has another important job. I mean, why wouldn't they have just one guy dedicated to that, up in the box, looking at replay, saying, yeah, throw the flag. Throw the flag, or don't throw the flag.
That is a different guy, Chew. Like, that's not, Bisaccia's not telling him to challenge anything. When I say game management advisor, I think that's a lot of, hey, when are we going to go for it on fourth down? When are we going to be calling timeouts? Do we want to call it before the 2-minute warning, after the 2-minute warning? More management stuff like that. I think they have somebody else up in the booth who is looking at the replay stuff. That is a completely different job.
Yeah, and the one thing that, like, popped up multiple times, and Matt LaFleur just, like, kind of took blame for it, is they didn't seem prepared when they were going to be going for it on fourth down, and the structure leading up to it. So it almost seemed like a surprise, like, well, we called a bad play on third down, so we couldn't go for it on fourth, but we would have gone for it on fourth had we had a better play on third down. And it's like, well, shouldn't you guys be ahead of that?
Yeah,
knowing
like,
the stakes
hey,
of the game?
Which is crazy.
Let's run this play to set up this play.
Right.
Well, how you make the call sheet is you list 5 fourth down plays in the game. And it's ranked 1 through 5.
Mm-hmm.
All right? If you used 1, then you go to 2. That's how it works. Why is it so difficult? I mean, the play should already be there. When someone's saying go for it on fourth, he should go number 1. Okay, here's what we're running.
Honestly,
we use that one? Number 2. That's what we're going to.
Honestly, I think it's just a philosophical decision of, that's not even made, Jen, to your point, I think that needs to be made before the season. Are we going to be a team that's aggressive like Washington, like Detroit, or are we not? Right? You don't want to find yourself in a game, well, they've gone for a bunch on fourth down, so now we have to. That is a philosophical decision they got to make going into the season. How aggressive do we want to be on fourth down? And then you stay true to who you are. That's why Washington gets it a bunch on fourth down, because they know when they have 3rd and 5 at the 35, oh, we got 2 plays to pick this up. Like, they already know that. The players know that. because they know they're going
Gabe,
for it.
There should be no confusion because when we go into the game, okay, there are 5 plays from the 20, there's 5 from the 15, there's 5 from the 10, there's 5 from the 5, right? And then they rank them after we practice that on Friday. Friday is red zone offense. So when we're on the 20 for the first time, we already know what number 1 is. It shouldn't be difficult. Players already know what their favorite play is. And then when you run that, then you go to 2, and then you go to 3, and then you go to 4.
So my question to you is, Chew, at what point did you guys become that comfortable? Were you that comfortable with, oh, yeah, we know that this is what it's going to be in 92, 93? Or is that more of a, as everybody grew together, everybody was on the same page with that stuff?
You know what it is, but you can't recall it because it's your first year running the offense. You know, when Free was there for 3 years, me and Robert were there for 5 or 6 years, then you recall it. You know what's being dialed up. So early on, you're like, shoot, what's the third play on the list? And then they call it, obviously, and then you're like, oh, I know what I'm doing. But back then, everything's built in, all right? Plays are built in for what they think they're going to call. Let's say it's cover 3, right? Cover 3, Holmgren calls the play, they're in cover 2, okay? We have in-game adjustments to account for that, okay? Because that's what it is. It's a chess match, right? You call it, you hope they're in that coverage. If it's not, then something is built into that play to beat that defense, and the quarterback should know that. I don't know if they know because Jordan is so young. But back in the day, Brett would go, shoot, this is Dino, cover 2, not great. Okay, I'm going to the X here. X has got to win. If not, bing, check down. That's how it works.
We're going to put it on the Jen, Gabe, and Chewy Twitter poll. How do you feel about the Rich Bisaccia extension? Good? Bad? Let us know. 800-990-3776. That's the Carbless Talk and Text line. Liss is more. We'll take a break. Be right back after this.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Leaving for the gym so early?
I'm ready to go.
Since you started taking Nugenix Total T, you've been acting like when we met in our 20s.
I feel like myself again. Lower testosterone after turning 40 slowed me down. Nugenix Total T has been a game changer for me.
What is it about Nugenix Total T that's different?
It's a key ingredient called Tesnor. It boosts free and total testosterone to help you get back the drive and energy from your youth. Total T is backed by 5 clinical studies.
I've seen the huge difference it's made for you in the gym, at work, and in the bedroom.
I'm so glad I sent them a text for my complimentary bottle. Text ROCK to 321321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and we'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text ROCK to 321321. That's ROCK to 321321.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Something amazing is happening here. Scientists are using AI to study how whales talk to each other. CDW experts can give researchers the power to process complex data with HP workstations, advanced by AMD Ryzen Threadripper Pro processors. With easier handling of AI workloads, your organization can bring powerful insights to the surface. Make amazing happen. HP, AMD, and CDW. Learn more at cdw.com/HPAMD.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season. I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text GRIT to 42424 2424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text GRIT to 42424. That's GRIT to 42424. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Whether you are a local who wants to enjoy a night out or you're planning to visit our great city of Milwaukee, enjoy an artfully stylish experience at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. Hey, maybe you got friends coming in from out of town. St. Kate the Arts Hotel is ideally located in the heart of the theater district in downtown Milwaukee with deluxe accommodations, culinary creativity, on-site art galleries, and nightly live music. You and your friends will enjoy every element of your stay at St. Kate. Learn more and book your stay at stkatearts.com. That's stkatearts.com.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I thought
Salvation
every time
Army.
that they hear their name when it's non-scheduled, that's what they want to hear.
I could hear Ashley laughing in the background.
Am I right or wrong?
He's not wrong. Hey, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
He is wrong.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Power Ranking, second hour of the show, which technically started 1 minute ago.
Yeah, technically still the first hour. Yeah, technically it's still the first hour of the show.
Technically, it's the second hour of the show.
No, the second hour starts when the second hour starts. This is the fourth segment, which is the last segment of the first hour.
Yes, I agree. But we are way behind on the clock, getting further behind by the second here as you and I debate the logistics.
Gabe's treating it like special teams. He doesn't care.
Chew, what's the power ranking situation? Are we doing power rankings?
Oh, sugar.
Yeah. Suddenly I'm the one who doesn't care.
Help, Josh. Josh, help.
Way to come prepared, Rich.
Oh, I'll come up with something. I always do.
There goes the return on the punt return. We just got fooled.
Wait, there's a penalty.
Yeah. It'd be funny if it weren't so true, actually. We got a lot of stuff to get to in the second hour of the show. Have you guys seen the ring that Zadarius Smith posted on social media? It's glorious. What the hell is it for? The heck is it for? We're trying to figure that out. We'll discuss that in the second hour of the show. Plus, Joshy found a story about 5-minute showers. And I guarantee there's nobody on this panel that's taken 5-minute showers. The big guy doesn't wash anything from his...
What to say? I don't know if you should
down. So
speak
maybe
out of turn here.
Maybe the big guy could get in a shower in 4:59. We roll on right after this.
Never miss out on a second of the show. Find Jen, Gabe, and Chewy on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand. Sponsored by Celsius Essential Energy Drink.
Eastbound on 94, we've got backups basically out of the Zoo interchange all the way past Mitchell Boulevard all the way to 35th Street. On the westbound side, got some backups from about 25th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. Southbound on 43, an accident at Locust slowing things down. We've got backups basically from Bender Road all the way down to that accident scene. Still working on this accident at Loomis on 894 eastbound, so heads up with that. Backups heading into the Hale interchange. And then out of the Mitchell interchange, you're seeing some delays all the way up past the Plainfield curve up towards Oklahoma Avenue. And check out the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, sun and clouds, windy and mild, a high of 45. Tonight, partly cloudy with breezy conditions, mild with a low of 25. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee, packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Kevin Moret for Mentality. Guys, carrying extra weight around your midsection doesn't just make you feel bad, it changes how people see you. It makes you look tired, stuck, and feel like you've given up. But that's not you. Low testosterone is often the real problem. Most new Mentality clients start with only 1/3 of the free testosterone they need, which makes fat almost impossible to lose. Our doctors fix the imbalance and use semaglutide to burn the belly fat while keeping you lean and strong. Take back control this year. Visit mentalityhealth.com/radio for our New Year offer. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
So many of our youth carry unimaginable burdens. Anger, depression, even thoughts of suicide. At Rawhide Youth Services, we recognize their pain. We help them find hope and healing. For those that need a second chance at life, we refuse to give up on them. Please be a part of our life-saving work. When you donate your used vehicle to Rawhide, you're helping change the lives of countless youth in our communities. Go to rawhide.org/donate and help them realize a brighter future today.
Gabe Neitzel here. Catch Jen, Gabe, and Chewy mornings 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
If you go to the expo before the marathon, they got a ton of gear. They got t-shirts and sweatshirts and hoodies and all of the things that say the name of the marathon or the name of the city and all of the things. You got unlimited design.
Oh, no. Oh, I can't. I got that marathon runner coming in tonight.
What marathon runner?
You know, this guy, Jean-Paul. I met him when I was working at Pendant, editing a book on running.
But there is just one official marathon jacket. Every marathon puts one out. They change it year to year. And if you run the marathon, it's a nice little display of accomplishment.
Oh, wait, Jean-Paul. Isn't he the guy he overslept at the Olympics 4 years ago, missed the marathon?
The number of people I saw walking around the 27th mile wearing the official marathon jacket, who very clearly did not run the marathon, was irking me, man.
Yeah, that's him.
He's from Trinidad and Tobago, right?
Yeah, he's Trinidadian and Tobagan.
How do you oversleep at the Olympics?
I know.
I mean, it's like the biggest event of your life. You'd think you'd have like 6 alarm clocks, paying off little kids in the village to come banging on your door.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
Running her mouth, she wants to ride it, she's trying to hide it. I'm cool as ever, she's too excited. Her man look like he wanna fight. He ain't doing nothing but running his mouth. Talk about it, we all about it. They make it.
Chewy, do you remember when Zadarius Smith commissioned a team captain chain for himself?
I do.
That was wild. Right?
Yes.
Like, captain is one of those things, like, it's a prestige, it's an honor, you earn it. And when you earn it, I suppose there are certain things that go along with that honor. Zadarius was not a captain in 2021, right?
Yeah, he had previously been a captain. When they voted, he was not voted a captain, so he was so upset that he decided, I'm the captain now.
Make himself up.
And he made himself
bauble.
Usually the patch that you see on the jersey, and he made it into a diamond pendant.
So maybe, given that context, given that background, this is not that strange. Still very unusual. Zadarius Smith posted a picture yesterday. Zadarius Smith, former Packer, now Lion, although maybe we don't know for how long, right?
Technically under contract, but it'd be very easy to get rid of him.
He posted a picture of a ring on his Instagram stories. It looks like it looks very expensive. And it's a lot of diamonds. It looks like it is a lion, the logo of the lion on one side. It has the name Smith, so we know it's his. Although Smith, a very popular name, I suppose we could argue it's not. But then it does have the number. Is that
99?
Is that a 99?
Yeah.
It's a little jumbled in the middle. Sort of looks like 88 a little bit. And he posted it saying, "The ring before the ring," which led people to wonder, did Zadarius Smith, who famously got himself commissioned a Captain C chain, a pendant, a bauble of the Captain C, make himself, order himself, get himself a ring? What would this ring even be for, Gabe? Winning the North?
I don't know. I have no idea why this ring exists, and I don't know what the ring before the ring means. Like, that doesn't make any sense either.
Well, eventually they're going to win a Super Bowl ring, I assume, and this is the ring before that ring.
So this is like, I don't know if you ever heard of the promise ring.
Yes.
That's what it seems like this concept is. This is the promise ring that you're promising to be together. You're not really engaged, but here's a ring that you're promising to be together forever.
Yeah, and I remember junior year of college being super psyched about a promise ring, gang. We don't have to unpack all of that. I just wanted to throw that out there
I'm glad that I'm not the only one who's familiar with the concept.
Yeah, very familiar, actually. Where is that?
It's like, isn't it like a collateral ring or whatever the hell they call it?
Oh, the colada ring, right? The Irish ring. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Coladas have rings.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if it's upside down, then it means you're taken. Yeah. This reeks of self-praise stink PU.
Oh, for sure. Well,
Yeah.
if, again, he did, in fact, commission it. There's no chance that the Lions did this, right, guys? Because we would have seen other players, players who would have also posted, their NFC North. Again, I don't know.
Well, again, you've seen the number of diamonds that exist in that ring.
It's a lot.
There is no way the Lions are commissioning diamonds and that many diamonds in a ring for a team that won back-to-back NFC North championships.
Yeah.
Like, you're not spending that kind of money on that unless you do one thing and one thing only.
See, this to me is a flawed psyche. This idea that you have to make trophies, create awards, chase awards. It feels like you need to, fill a void, fill a hole. There are plenty of things. First of all, Zadarius Smith. Can we just have a conversation for 1 second? You're in the freaking NFL, man. That in and of itself is a great accomplishment. There are plenty of guys who have played the game at other levels and have never gotten to play a snap in the National Football League. Take pride in that. You don't need to fictionalize. You don't need to create baubles to signify your success. That's where this gets weird to me, Gabe. It's like creating a ring of that you play for an NFL team, that you play for an NFL team that won a lot of games, that you play for an NFL team that won the NFC North. Because beyond that, those are the only accomplishments of the Lions this year.
Maybe he was just down in the dumps after they lost in the divisional round. Things went bad, so a little retail therapy to try to pick up his spirits heading into the postseason. I don't know. I'm grasping at straws here on why you would create and spend money on this thing.
You think he goes out with his jersey on?
Might.
I bet he does.
Be sick. I'd be so sick if he did.
We got reaction rolling in already on this. So if you missed it, it looks like, and again, we cannot confirm. It's just based on what was posted on Zadarius Smith's Instagram page. But it is a large, what looks to be expensive bauble that says "The Ring Before the Ring." It has his name on it. If you're watching on the YouTube stream, we have posted the picture on there as well. The Ring Before the Ring. It looks like it has a Lions logo on the side. Justin weighing in on the Carbless Talk and text line saying Dan Campbell would lose his mind if his team did this. He would collect the rings and toss them into the Detroit River. I'm inclined to agree with Justin. Based on what we know about Dan Campbell, he's not a everybody gets a medal, everybody gets a trophy guy, right? He's not sitting there handing out ceremonial rings for winning the North. That goes against everything that we have seen from Dan Campbell. But Zadarius Smith, on the other hand, who has made himself a captaincy chew, this tracks. What would you do if one of your teammates did this?
I'm trying to think if I played with anyone this obnoxious.
But I mean, this is, as far as we know, this is just a ring to celebrate being on the Lions. It could just be that. We need
celebrating it. Is that his number? So he's celebrating himself, too.
Celebrating himself on the Lions, yes.
We need to factor in the caption he put with it, "The ring before the ring," which would mean to me he's getting himself a pre-Super Bowl ring, which is presumptive, especially for a guy who is probably plus odds to not be on the Lions next year because his contract has $300,000 of dead cap or $600,000. It's a bizarre move to it feels like now we're getting into superstitions, but it feels like bad to put that out there.
Juju. Bad juju.
Bad juju.
You got to show your commitment, Joshy. You got to show the Lions how committed. This is like
you got to promise.
This is like
you got to promise the Lions that you're committed.
Do we think Brad Holmes is going to factor this in when it comes to making roster decisions?
Yeah, when they do the calculations and they're the
numbers. He was hoping that Brad Holmes would give him the promise ring, so he had to make one for himself.
I do like that someone wrote, "Posting this in Cancun is diabolical." Yeah, man, you're at home. There's another team representing the NFC in the Super Bowl. Posting this it just feels like bad timing as well. I'm curious what Packers fans think of Zadarius Smith. And again, there's a lot of nebulousness to this. We're not sure. Maybe someone got it for him. Maybe his wife got it for him. What do you think, Chew? You think maybe it was a gift?
based upon the captain's pendant when he wasn't even a captain.
See, that's the thing. That's going to work against him as far as giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Does he have self-awareness? Because I think
Obviously
this world
not.
lacks self-awareness. Does he know that people thinks he's a tool and he doesn't care, or does he have no idea that he's a tool?
I don't think he has any idea.
Because it's not just athletes. I mean, I know people that I've met throughout the years that are this tooly. And it mostly has to deal with country clubs.
It's tough to be this. I mean,
I'm sure you've seen a lot of them.
In order to be this tooly, Chew, you got to have a lot of money. Because I'll tell you what, I don't have enough money in my bank account to blow on a ring that looks like that.
But you've seen golfers that are complete tools.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah. So this isn't just relegated to athletes. Maybe that's the top 10 list. Top 10 tools that you know. That'd be wonderful.
You going to call out 10 people?
Done it before.
So I'm trying to encourage it.
Jared in Canton weighing in saying Z's ring will look glorious when he completes his division tour and follows Ben Johnson to Chicago. They'll love him there. Clint in the 312 says Za'Darius is so desperate to be a guy, but he just isn't. His old bedroom in his mom's house is probably full of participation trophies, homemade, by the way. And that's what I was wondering, if this is one of those things where, like, he just needs that validation. Some people need external validation, and in absence of it, they will create it. And I can't help but wonder if Za'Darius Smith is doing this thing where, hey, I had a good year. I had a damn good year with the Lions, and I deserve a ring for that year. You know what I mean? Like, you do that sort of justification in your head. Again, you mentioned retail therapy, Gabe. Some people do that too.
What do you think the vanity plates on his car are?
Ooh.
I mean, you know he has vanity plates,
Sack
right?
monster.
Douche.
Yeah.
Z best. Z best.
Oh, Z best. Okay.
Right?
ZZ top.
Yeah. All right, we'll take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. I don't know if we're doing power rankings. There's a lot of mystery. A lot of mystery surrounding.
What he says.
Every time he says I got a good one, it stinks.
Yep.
Shut up, Josh. I heard that.
Oh.
You shut up.
How's your lottery
Jen's
ticket?
the one who said it
Did
stinks.
you rip it up yet?
He comes after Joshy first. I absolutely love it. A weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend. Tune into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production. Marcus and his son Chris, a 1995 UCLA hoops champ himself, talk about everything happening in the Bucks world. And they're joined by some of the biggest names in basketball. Plus, they'll answer your questions too. Stay on the beat of the Bucks and find Here District now, bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
41 southbound right about at Hampton, we got the center lane blocked, and it's a broken down vehicle. So that's got backups pretty hefty all the way back to Appleton Avenue. Southbound on 43, slowing from Silver Spring all the way down to an accident seen at Locust, off on the right shoulder. Also eastbound 94, slowing way down out of the Zoo interchange all the way to about 35th Street. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, sun and clouds, windy, mild, a high of 45. Tonight, partly cloudy, breezy, and mild, a low of 25. Weather is brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Join their two-man scramble tournament and play Pebble Beach for a chance to win cash through the 31st. Sign up at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Kevin Moret for Mentality. Guys, most new clients start with just 1/3 the free testosterone they need, and that puts you at an unfair disadvantage. No matter how hard you push yourself, it's an uphill battle. Free testosterone drives everything, your energy, strength, and metabolism, and without it, nothing works. At Mentality, our doctors restore that balance so your body works the way it should. Energy comes back, fat burns off, and you feel like yourself again. Make this year different. Visit mentalityhealth.com/radio for a special New Year offer. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Homer here. I'm inviting you to join me starting August the 9th as we explore the many shades of Ireland with Colette Vacations, a 10-day journey filled with legendary views, historic expeditions, and unforgettable tales. Explore the historic city of Dublin, kiss the famous Blarney Stone, and stand on the spectacular cliffs of Moher. We'll also journey Ireland's breathtaking countryside and follow the stunning coastal route of the Ring of Kerry. We'll experience the daily life of an Irish family with a dairy farm visit and enjoy a taste or two at a historic whiskey distillery. We'll even stay overnight in a medieval castle. Join me for all of the experiences and so many more. All the details are online at ESPNMilwaukeeTravel.com. Don't worry about the planning. Colette handles all the details of this 10-day excursion. You can get full scoop of this once-in-a-lifetime trip on February the 2nd at 5 p.m. as I'll be hanging out with the Colette team at Maddie's Bar and Grill in New Berlin. That's February 2nd, 5 p.m. Maddie's in New Berlin. Don't miss out.
You've probably heard about employee stock ownership plans before, but what separates Fifth Third Bank from others when it comes to these plans? A succession plan that benefits business owners and employees. From full and partial sales, second stage transactions, repurchase obligation financing, and seller note refinancing, ESOPs can offer tax advantages, increased liquidity, employee incentives, and overall diversification of net worth to help your company plan for the future. Fifth Third Bank, National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
It's the perfect Valentine's heart.
The kind a schoolboy would draw.
It's the most adorable pendant we've ever created.
Innocent, fun-loving, and sweeter than honey.
Cute, cute, cute.
It's cherry red ceramic that's been through the fire.
We've been making ceramic jewelry for thousands of years.
Seriously?
Google it.
But this ceramic heart has things they didn't know about thousands of years ago.
Like what?
Diamonds. 18 of them.
These created diamonds were made for the one who sparkles like the sun.
I can see her in my mind right now.
It's the perfect Valentine's gift.
And it's only $128 at Kessler's.
Monica, what else do we have?
We have 4 different ways to say I love you.
Each pendant is a different shape covered in diamonds.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
An oval.
A square with rounded corners.
A teardrop.
And a heart.
Your choice, just $148 at Kessler's. For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit Kessler'sDiamonds.com.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
What was a rebound? What did you just say?
Robust. You could say robust.
Rebound.
Doesn't robust sound like a nice word of saying just a click below fat?
No, buddy, you're not fat.
Well,
you're
there's
rebound.
Well, Charles Barkley.
There's another R.
A round mound of rebound.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Back here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Did we ever figure out if Chew was a click above dumb or a click below dumb?
I think I'm right on the number.
Depends on the day. He's above. He's above. You can't know as much about football as he does and be a click below.
So he's a click above.
He's a click above.
Okay, let's prove that here. Chew, what are we doing for power rankings?
Listen, now we got to prove it.
It's Chewy's favorite segment of the week.
Hey, big guy, you catch the game?
It's power rankings time on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Did you catch the game last night? Can I say yes to you?
What will the big guy have in store for us today?
See the game last night?
Which game?
Any of them.
I'm nervous, buddy.
Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. So this is from the top 10s again. And, Gabe, I believe you've seen this list in other places.
Well, I hope so.
This is the top 10s. All I want, and you got to think a little bit, but this is doable. Give me the 10 best NFL teams of all time. 10 best of all time.
Based on record, based on wins.
Based on vibes.
Colors.
Quit asking
Best.
questions he doesn't have answers to.
Thank you. Joshy. The 10 best. Oh, that's BS. What the hell?
Wait, are you just looking at the list now?
Of course he is.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you 10 seconds if you want to pivot off of it to something else.
Do you think he's got something else ready to go?
I'll give you the choice. Or do you want the 10 most popular Packers of all time?
For the love of God.
I mean, teams is easier. There's only, 32 of them.
Let's do Packers.
Okay.
All right,
Popular
hold on.
Packers?
I got to get there.
Are you scrolling? What happens if you get to this list and you don't like it?
Oh, here we go.
He's
I got
not going to
it.
like
No,
it. He always doesn't like it.
There's one reason I like it.
You're on it.
No, I'm not on it.
All right.
I will tell you at the end of it why I like it. Okay, so all it says is give me the top 10 Green Bay Packer players.
Wait, I thought you said it was popular.
Yeah, it is popular.
All right, Wicked, let's go.
Brett Favre.
Brett Favre, where do you think he's at?
Below Bart.
I'm going to say he's, I don't know. He's 1 or 2.
Brett is number 3.
I've got Bart Starr as number 1, but maybe not 1. I don't know.
Bart Starr is 4.
Ooh, okay.
So Reggie.
Reggie is 6.
Okay.
Rodgers.
Aaron Charles Rodgers is number 1.
Wow.
That's why I did the list, just to piss Jen off.
Doesn't bother me. I understand the rationalization.
Okay, so you got 1 Rodgers, 3 Favre, 4 Starr, 6 Reginald.
Donald Driver.
Donald Driver is just outside at
Really?
11.
Is this just players or coaches involved as well?
No, this is players.
Just players? Okay, so
Yeah.
I'll go Nitschke.
Ray Nitschke, who I believe was from Wisconsin, right, is number 5.
All right.
What about Charles Woodson?
Charles Woodson,
Not on the
scrolling.
list. Yeah, darn it.
Hold on. Scrolling is number 14.
Okay. I mean, there's got to be another. I'm guessing there's another Lombardi era on there. Jerry Kramer's always been popular, but what about Paul Hornung?
Paul Hornung is not on the list.
Oh. Won an MVP. Apparently not good
Not
enough
on
to
the
be
list.
popular.
What about Leroy Butler Hall of Fame?
Not on the list.
Really? Lambeau Leap
Yes.
and all?
Well, careful. That's
I
rough.
know. Been around long enough to know where you stand on that.
Okay. I will say Jerry Kramer.
Not on the list.
Wow. This is bizarre. Maybe there's some more like guys from the Super Bowl. Would like a Jordy Nelson be on the list? Again, amongst Packers fans, Jordy Nelson was extremely popular.
Jordy Nelson, he
He's
was
scrolling.
22.
Ugh.
22.
All right. Can you do me a favor?
Don Hudson?
Yeah, maybe.
Don Hudson, good pull, Gabe, is number 2.
Oh, okay.
Number 2 on the list.
Now, I'm not exactly sure how popularity works anymore because I know
There's
Don
one
Hudson
you'll
was
never get. There's one you'll never get, and it'll blow your mind that he's on this list.
Travis Jervey?
The Magic Man?
No.
Oh,
So I have 3 from a
Desmond
ways
Howard?
back. I got 3 from the ways back, and I could give you 400 guesses, and you would never get this guy.
Hold on. Can you reset the list for us?
Reset the list. Aaron Charles 1, Hudson 2, Favre 3, Starr 4, Nitschke 5, Reginald 6. You're missing 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Forrest Gregg.
Forrest Gregg, good pull, Joshy, is number 8.
Oh, okay, good. You already guessed Kramer?
I did. What about Max McGee?
Max is
way
not
back.
on the list.
Okay. Jim Taylor?
Jim Taylor, number 7 on the list.
Okay.
So you're just missing 9, who you will never get. I think they
Clark
put him on
Hinkle?
the wrong list. And 10, same era.
Wait, so is 9 Julius Peppers?
No. He's on the wrong list.
Willie Wood?
I would think it'd be most hated
On
Packers.
the wrong list.
Most hated
Packers?
You got to think about it.
Okay, who do the Packers? Darren
Sharp.
No, who's the
That's a
offensive lineman
good
they
guess,
took?
Joshy. That's a good
Who's
guess.
the offensive lineman they took that was roided up?
Mandrich?
Yeah.
No. This is right in front of your face.
Most hated
Probably the
Packers?
most
David
recent.
Bakhtiari.
No.
The most recent hated Packer? No.
Most recent, man. I'm
I mean,
stumped
that'd
on
be like Devondre
You
Campbell.
guys are going to kick yourself. All right, get 10 first, Gabe.
So what's 10? What's the era of 10?
He said same era.
To finish it off.
So is that recent? Like a Clay
60s
Matthews
era.
is
60s era.
Sorry.
So 60s.
And this is he's a real nice guy.
Dave Robinson?
No. Corner.
Wood?
Another. Herb Adderley?
Herb Adderley's the other one, yeah.
Is 10.
Whoa.
When do you want to pull the plug on 9? It is
Can you give us
nuts in your face.
Okay.
Rashawn Gary?
That's great.
He said
Great pull.
60s though, didn't he?
No, for 10.
Super Bowl 10.
So the 2010 Super Bowl team.
And I guess Matthews, right?
Raji?
Who do we not like from
Greg
that team?
Jennings.
Greg Jennings, number 9.
It's a terrible list.
It is a terrible, but it's so bad it's so
Greg Jennings
good.
was obscenely popular during his time in Green Bay. The only thing that had people turn on him was when Rodgers and him were button heads.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
but
when people turned on him is
When he
when
went
he
to the
said,
Vikings?
when he went to the Vikings and said he was brainwashed by the Packers. That's what got people to turn on Greg Jennings. And then he bashed the organization every turn he could in order to try to further his own broadcast career.
See, I think a good bad list is better than a good list.
Mental gymnastics with Chew.
Don't you?
Man, of all the great wide receivers the Packers had, James Lofton, Sterling Sharp, Greg Jennings is the one who's on the list.
Popular though. This is
but people love
Greg Jennings in front of Jordy?
Yeah, in front of Devontae. He was more beloved than those guys.
Who's Devontae? Oh, Adams. Give me a minute.
Oh, we will.
I thought it was a good list. Thank you.
It's decent. It's fine. Lots of folks weighing in on the list. Steven says, where was Mark Chmura? Trent did guess Greg Jennings. Danielle guessing Sterling Sharp. Dumpy also on the Sterling Sharp bandwagon. Clay Matthews, Curly Lambeau. Was Curly on the list?
Curly had some issues, though. I saw a doc on him.
Little surprised Leroy wasn't on the list from a popularity standpoint.
AJ Hawk, 15.
What?
Ryan Grant. Ryan Grant, 12.
Ryan Grant. Okay,
12.
now that you know what, he's being bolstered by the Super Bowl.
I mean, people like AJ Hawk more now than they did when he played for the Packers. Like the constant knock on AJ Hawk was that, he was the 5th guy drafted, sure, but he's not good enough. Like people didn't like AJ.
Fall in the pile, get a tackle.
He was so good in the locker room, you guys.
How about this? Number 25. Oh, my God. This is a bad, well, whatever.
Yeah, what was that? I'm sorry, what was that?
25.
Are you letting some
video game? Video game. Go way back video game.
Way back video. I mean, when I think of video game, I think of you because you got 100 in Madden.
When I think of video game, I think of Darren Sharper.
No, Jen, way back in our era. Pong. Nothing?
Was somebody on a cover back in the day?
No, this is the guy. This is his first name.
No idea.
Atari Bigby.
Oh yeah.
He is.
Who the hell is that?
Cult hero.
25?
Well, what do you mean, who is that?
Laid
that
the
was
wood.
Hardest hitting. You just said Darren Sharper.
Yeah, he laid the wood,
2007
too.
NFC Defensive Player of the Month, Atari Bigby to you.
Here comes the boom. All right.
Atari Bigby? Am I missing something here?
I just told you who he was.
Yeah, he's a flash in the pan. Played with reckless abandon.
Andre Rison 20? I love Andre.
Whether you're a local who wants to enjoy a night out or you're planning to visit the great city of Milwaukee, enjoy an artfully stylish experience. Stylish? A stylish experience. What am I, Sean Connery? At St. Kate The Arts Hotel. It's ideally located in the heart of the theater district in downtown Milwaukee. With deluxe accommodations, culinary creativity, on-site art galleries, and nightly live music, you'll enjoy every element of your stay at St. Kate. Learn more and book your stay at stkatearts.com. That's stkatearts.com.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We do have some backups along southbound 43. An earlier accident at Locust still off on the right shoulder being worked on. Delays from Silver Spring down to that point. Eastbound 94 is heavy from before 84th Street all the way through the Stadium interchange. And then on southbound 41, pretty hefty ride from about Good Hope Road all the way down past Hampton with a broken down vehicle that was in traffic. They were able to move it out of traffic. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, sun and clouds, windy, mild, a high of 45. And then tonight, partly cloudy, breezy and mild, a low of 25. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Loziga on 94.5 ESPN.
Ready for a win? Well, it's your year. At Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee, you can win over $2,000 in free play every month all year long. Just play your favorite games and you might take the stage in the It's Your Year game show. 25 winners each Thursday. There's $300,000 in cash and prizes up for grabs this January. Yeah, we think it's your year. More info at paysbig.com. Must be 21 years old to play.
It's playoff time, and you can take full advantage by winning some cash playing daily fantasy football on Sleeper Picks. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. And now, Sleeper has a special offer. New users just have to play $5 to get $55 in free entries. Download the Sleeper app today and use code SCORE and get $55 in free entries when you play $5. That's code SCORE. Must be at least 18 years old. Promo code, location, and other restrictions apply. Minimum deposit $25. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-426-2537 for help.
Hear that? The soothing sounds of a bubble bath. And if you were here, you'd smell a single cedar leaf candle. But you're not here. Because your self-care happens out on the road, riding your motorcycle protected by Progressive. So if you ride, get back on the road and enjoy 24/7 roadside assistance from Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer. And then take a shower, because it's fast, like your motorcycle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Roadside assistance may require comprehensive coverage. Not available in all states.
Save big on your next project right now at Menards. Get cleaner clothes and softer skin with Morton Water Softeners. Morton's Wi-Fi integration allows for tracking and alerts, which puts you in control of your water while at home or away. Morton's look-ahead technology learns and predicts your water needs, saving you money. Save big on Morton Water Softeners. And don't forget to check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
American Family Insurance is a lot like Captain America. He protects the world.
It's just doing my job.
And we help protect your dreams with amazing auto and home coverage. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com. And see Marvel Studios' Captain America: Brave New World.
Suit up. We need to move.
In theaters February 14th. This film is not yet rated.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Do you like your pickles warm or cold?
Want my pickle a little warm.
Warm's good.
It's better than cold.
Cold can be good, too.
Yeah, well, no,
Cold
shrinkage
can
gets
be good.
involved. It's not great.
On 94.5 ESPN.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy on this Tuesday morning. Chewy, how long do you spend in the shower?
I mean, anywhere 4 minutes to 7 minutes.
Okay, that sounds about right. I think that for many people, the shower is longer. Shower can be a very therapeutic, relaxing experience if you have the time, of course. I'm not saying every morning when you're hustling off to work or you're getting the kids ready and putting them on the bus or doing all the things you got to do in the morning that you can take a long shower. But I think most people take longer than a 5-minute shower. The reason this is relevant is because a town in Australia had to limit residents to 5-minute showers because a water pump broke. I guess my first question is, how do you enforce that, Gabe? How are we making sure that people are taking 5-minute showers?
It's easy. You send a police officer to every house. They don't have to go into the bathroom, but they sit outside of the bathroom door with a little stopwatch, and once they hear that shower water hit the ground for the first time, you start the timer, and the second you get, over 5 minutes, then they're allowed to go in there and turn the shower off.
All right, so we're going to start a timer here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy just to see how quickly 5 minutes goes by. Joshy just started it now. And in 5 minutes, we'll let you know that your shower time is up. Chew, do you have a routine in the shower? Do you start at the top and work your way down? Do you sort of move all around? Does it go by need? What needs to be cleaned first? And then the things that don't kind of fall by the wayside?
It goes top to bottom. So I wash my hair every third day or fourth day. So if I do that, then you go to the face, and then you go to the body wash. And then you're gone. But I've been conditioned for short showers, and this is why. Because when I was growing up as a kid, there were 5 of us. So after sports, we'd all have to take a shower, and it kind of went in the pecking order, oldest to youngest. I was third. I was right in the middle.
Hold on. I'm sorry. You said there were 5 of you? I thought you were famously the middle of 6.
5 boys.
Yeah, but the 6th wasn't born yet. Okay. He's 11 years younger than me. So my dad, back in the day, he would shut the furnace off. So when we got home, there's so much water in the tank. So the oldest would take one, the second, and then my younger brother, who's a Richard, would take a shower and sit in the shower and wait until all the hot water was gone, just to screw me over, and then I'd take a shower. So that's why I'm conditioned to take such short showers.
Because it was cold water.
Cold water,
okay.
Yes.
So you think you could handle this? If your governments came to you and said, we got a broken water pipe, you can only take a 5-minute shower, you could handle it?
Easily, and here's what I do with Angie. This is all I do with her, because you girls, it takes 9 hours to get ready, right? So I say, give me a 7-minute warning. That includes shower, shave, getting dressed, out the door. So I can do it all in 7 minutes.
She wishes. Gabe, what's your
Good point. That's fair.
Gabe, what's your shower routine?
Yeah, it sounds pretty similar to the big guys. I'm in and out pretty quick every morning. Part of the morning routine.
Do you wash your beard in the shower?
Of course, yeah.
Scrub?
With shampoo?
Yeah.
Why?
Why not with shampoo? I mean, right? You just
hair.
Yeah, you're up there with the shampoo. You got there, and then you just kind of go down with the beard. Yeah, because otherwise, if you don't, the beard can really not smell great, and it's attached to your face.
Do you do spot. Pits and junk first, or is that just in the progression?
No, that's in the progression. I'm with Chewy. Top down. If you're just kind of randomly hitting all over, unless you're like if you find yourself in a situation where you have to jump in the shower because you fell in a mud pit or whatever. Okay, get whatever dirt you have to off. But if it's just a regular shower, there's the order operating. It's top to bottom. And that's the only way any of this makes any sense.
So maybe women are different. That's how cats do it. Now I'm picturing him in the shower, licking the back of his hand. And
that's what Chewy had to do when he ran out of water.
He's doing that. I think it might be different for women, though, because so the first thing I do when I get in the shower is I shampoo my hair. Right? And then I rinse my shampoo because you don't want shampoo sitting on your hair. But then I put conditioner on my hair. And while the conditioner is sitting on my hair, that's when I do all of the other stuff, right? Including twice a week, shaving my legs. I don't have to shave my legs every time I go into the shower.
Twice a week?
Hey, I take maybe 3 showers a week. Twice a week it's pretty good, I think. So then I shave, my armpits, shave my legs, do that while the conditioner is sitting on my head. Then I go back and rinse the conditioner, and then I go through and make sure I've cleaned all the important parts. But I got to be honest, I don't do all the things, right? We have talked about this. I'm not down there scrubbing my feet.
No, but the knees below, you don't even need to wash.
Well, again, I just told you that I shaved my legs. So that goes from the ankle to the thigh.
So the shaving cream... I mean, that's enough. It's kind of like soap, right? You don't need the soap.
No, but you do
not at all like soap.
After you shave, because you got all the little hairs.
Go ahead, Chew. When you do the dishes tonight, if you're out of a little bit of Dawn, just grab the shaving cream canister and throw that on the plate. See if that cleans it off.
You know what you can't do, and I think I told you that before, because you can't use the washing machine pods in the dishwasher. It gets way too soapy. I ran out. What was I supposed to do?
Go get more.
I mean, that's a long drive.
You've got time.
Try that one time.
No, why would I do that? First of all, I don't have the pods. I just have the liquid detergent, so I don't have the pods that I can even throw in.
Old school.
Didn't realize that was old school.
How are we doing on the timer? Have we hit the 5-minute shower yet?
Oh, I'd be out by now.
There's the end.
Oh,
there it
there's
is.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Okay.
Is that quick? Did that feel quick or
Why?
did that feel long?
How long is your shower, Jen?
It's going to be more than 5. I think it's probably closer to a 10-minute shower.
But why? You're half our size.
Great point.
More hair on the top of her head.
I have to let the conditioner sit for it. Like it's usually like a 3-minute process. God forbid if I do anything else. Like sometimes you have a leave-in conditioner that you put in afterwards or things like that.
So do you just stand there or do you move on to other things while the conditioner's in?
I'm shaving my legs.
Fair.
Are guys supposed to condition their hair or no?
But then do you throw like a shower cap on? Because if you're bending over to like shave your legs, the water's pouring down on you. How careful are you about making sure your head doesn't get wet and that doesn't rinse off the conditioner that's in there?
Yeah, you just move the head. Move the shower head over. All right, listen. I think 5-minute showers are crazy. But if you guys can do it, more power to you.
Oh, easily.
I bet you, though, you're spending more time in the shower than you think you're spending.
I think oftentimes, I mean, it makes sense when you like are budgeting time and getting ready and you're like, I have only X amount of times. Because, I mean, I could shower in like 3 minutes if I'm doing that. I'm really trying to go there. But like sometimes you just lose track of time and like, how many times have you just been standing there because you're tired?
Yeah, but
and
no,
you're just
because
like
you're cold.
in La La Land.
Yeah, that's the only reason I take an extended shower if I'm cold.
Dario has fallen asleep in the shower before.
Yeah,
that was
hangover.
That
lay
was
down, next
that
thing you
was
know.
new to me. When I'd be like, "Hey, you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I just fell asleep in the shower."
Fall asleep standing up? I didn't know that was possible.
He sits down.
Well, so the best shower when I was in the dorms at Platteville was the one all the way down at the end. Had a nice little bench, fold it down. You're a little tired after practice. Nobody's in that one. Go there. Just sit there. Let the water pour down. Hit you. Oh, that's
Gabe,
great.
Time out. Hold on. It's baseball. How in the hell are you tired after baseball practice? What are you kidding?
Because we wouldn't do conditioning. We wouldn't do weights. We wouldn't do any of that. Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
What do you think baseball practice consists of? Eating sunflower seeds and scratching your balls?
Here we go, kid.
Come on.
After we did clapping
Move them around.
practice.
Yeah, exactly.
Ducks in the pond. Ducks in the pond.
Two down.
Hey, better. Swing better. That's Chewy's picturing baseball practice.
I practiced walking to first base after taking ball 4. Like,
There you go.
man. Like, there's base running drills. Like, they're constantly moving. It's
You're
like any other
never
practice.
more elitist than when you criticize baseball for its athleticism.
Which is mostly fair, but it doesn't mean we're not doing stuff.
I know. You don't condition. The hell you condition for? You get a ball maybe twice a game, for crying out loud.
Sure, but when that ball comes your way, especially in the outfield, you better be able to get on your horse. Can't be like, I couldn't get there, coach. We didn't condition enough.
Yeah, we had to run less than a 6-minute mile every week. And if you didn't, you ran it every single day.
That's fast.
And it's not 5:59. You ran it in 6, you were running it the next day.
Where'd your speed go?
What do you mean?
When you did the half marathon, did you get even close to a 6-minute mile?
God, no. That was 20 years ago.
Do you think you could run a 6-minute mile now?
Heavens, no. Not even close.
I think you could.
Do you want to?
Yeah, it'd be tough.
That'd be the thing. I'd have to actually put effort and train into that.
Was that a sneak diss there from Jen saying you ran too slow? Was that what she was doing there?
Yeah, that's exactly what she was doing. Yeah.
Oh, I was asking if he thought he could do it now.
Poke. I saw those times.
Nah, the marathon. He ran the half marathon for charity. No criticism here. We'll take a break on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Wrap up the show after this. Stick around.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
I think one of the things that patients don't realize is that when they get a joint replacement, that's not a lifetime treatment option. And they're probably, if they are a younger patient, signing up for multiple surgeries down the road.
As a physician and medical director for QC Kinetics, Dr. Caravelli's seen a pattern of trending joint pain. Prolonged medication, steroids, then surgery, possibly another surgery.
So a lot of our patients are trying to avoid or put off surgery, and this is the treatment that can help them do that.
QC Kinetics extracts your body's healing substances, concentrates them back into your aching joints to help heal and restore those areas, providing lasting relief.
Oh, I love being able to tell my patients, before we do this surgery, let's try another option. Let's see if this is right for you, because now they might not have to have surgery at all.
Call today for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Something amazing is happening here. Scientists are using AI to study how whales talk to each other. CDW experts can give researchers the power to process complex data with HP workstations, advanced by AMD Ryzen Threadripper Pro processors. With easier handling of AI workloads, your organization can bring powerful insights to the surface. Make amazing happen. HP, AMD, and CDW. Learn more at cdw.com/HPAMD.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Join the Bucks and tip off Black History Month with the team's Black Excellence Game, presented by Hennessy on Sunday, February 2nd. Celebrate the next generation of Black leaders through storytelling, performances, and more. Enjoy incredible on-court action when the team faces off against Memphis, while we shine a spotlight on Black excellence in our community. Visit bucks.com/impact for details and to secure your tickets. That's bucks.com/impact.
Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Kyle Walsh for Universal Windows Direct. Universal Windows Direct is offering an amazing deal right now. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. That's right. For every 2 windows you buy, you'll get 2 more absolutely free with no limit in 36 months of no interest financing. Plus, if you've already received a quote from another company, bring it to Universal Windows Direct and they'll beat it. Schedule your free in-home estimate today or visit universalwindowsdirect.com, and like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Stop by Maddie's Bar and Grill this Thursday as Kyle Brust and Nortman will broadcast live starting at 2, compliments of Michelob Ultra. Spend Brust here, come in for a late lunch or an early happy hour to see me, Kyle, and Brad at Maddie's. Also enjoy Michelob Ultra at Kelly's Bleachers, Big Bend, Curly's Waterfront Sports Bar and Grill, Brewski's Sports Pub and Barbecue, and Par Tea Time Golf and Sports Bar. We'll see you Thursday at Maddie's in New Berlin for a live KBN broadcast from 2 to 5 on 94.5 ESPN, brought to you by Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Big hurt.
I heard that's like,
Ron and the Key Wagon saying you guys should slow down before you take out a sponsor.
Here I am.
On 94.5 ESPN.
We put it on the Jen, Gabe, and Chewy Twitter poll this morning. Do you believe in premonitions or dreams and what they tell you? Why did my brain immediately go to share? Do you believe in premonitions? 50-50 here. 52% of people are saying yes. 47% of people saying no. I'm trying to decide where I land on this. I don't believe in all premonitions. I do believe in some premonitions. I do believe, we have talked about this before. You guys made fun of me for my Tyler Henry thing, which whatever, fine. But I believe that people exist on the spectrum. And some people are more tapped in to that spiritual sort of medium side of the world than others. And so I'm not going to dismiss every single person that claims that they, might be more locked in there and have premonitions and have seeing into the future sort of things. I don't think it's absolute is what I'm trying to say. Gabe, where do you land on do you believe in premonitions or dreams?
I don't believe what they tell you because I don't remember what they would tell me.
What if someone else said it though, right?
Yeah.
So that's a no.
Yeah.
Gabe is a no.
What are you doing dreaming about me? What does that have to do with me?
What if it's your mom?
I think dreams are a peek at Dreams are a peak at the afterlife.
That's another song. Get into my car.
Right? Dreams are a peek at the afterlife?
Whoa, what?
Yeah. I mean, then why do we dream?
So when Mussolini had a premonition about the Powerball, that was an afterlife thing as opposed to a current life. Josh, you stop wasting your time going to the gas station.
If that's what I'm holding on to here.
Also,
I'm
there
out.
are gas stations in heaven?
Yeah. You never know.
Where else
hopefully
are you supposed to buy your lottery
they're Quick Trips or Wawas.
No, Buc-ee's.
Goodness.
This is the show of note. Remember? What do we
Buc-ee's
have?
isn't really a gas station, though.
They have 120 pumps.
I know, but it's more about the mall or the building than it is the gas pumps.
We should put that on the poll. Is
I've never
more
filled
about
up at
the
a
brisket
Buc-ee's.
or the gas?
Yeah.
I
I've
actually
never
have
filled
no
up
idea.
at a
I've never
Buc-ee's.
been there. I don't feel like I can
And I
properly
cannot
vote.
wait for us to like bring you through the doors. We're gonna get a whole social media thing. It's gonna be like, as the doors
Hoping
open
there
for
aren't
you.
delays like the one in DeForest.
Delays?
Well, because there was the one in
yeah,
DeForest
yeah,
that they haven't figured out yet. Like that was announced years ago, and this one in Oak Creek apparently is going to be done before that one.
If your significant other had a dream about winning the Powerball at a specific jackpot, how would you approach playing it? Play the exact jackpot every time. Play up to that jackpot every time. 76% of people, Joshy, are saving your wallet. They say you can only play or you only need to play the exact jackpot.
It feels like a lot of pressure because if the 222 number comes up exactly and I miss it, like I got to be on Powerball update daily.
Yeah,
at that rate.
Oh yeah, because 222 is not big enough where it's going to be making the news and catch everybody's attention. Like you got to be searching out that information.
Can't you just sign up for alerts or something? You can sign up for alerts for anything. There's got to be a way that you could sign up for a Powerball alert when it hits.
Membership.
Your anti-alert?
Membership? Yeah.
Wait, did you say a membership, Chew?
Yeah, where it's just payroll, not payroll. What's the thing in your, the automatic whatever?
Yep, exactly.
Where you just, do you have that? Is
I don't
that
know what
possible?
the hell you're talking
He's talking about an automatic withdrawal that would
withdrawal. Thank you.
That would go to the lottery anytime that it hit 222.
No, you can't do that automatically.
The level of pride that Gabe feels when he can deduce what Chewy is trying to say.
Well,
I don't know if you can match that in your life, if I'm being honest.
It's to the point where, like, I hear what he's saying, and everybody's like, what is he talking about? I'm like, what are you, dumb? Here's what he's clearly saying. How do you not understand this?
It's illegible.
What would my language be called?
Chewy's.
Dummy.
1,000,000%. It's obviously Chewy's.
You guys suck.
What? What did I do?
I love you, Gabe.
All right. Yeah,
Josh always has that. Josh always has that under the voice. Only a few people can hear if they're listening. Disparaging comments about me, and I'm going to do something about it.
From Florida?
No, you won't.
You're right. I'm battling with Ben right now. Just tell him to shut up. He's trying to make me work.
What do we got going on here? Dreams.
Hey.
Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
Hello. Boy.
I just heard a different tune coming in, and I was like, what's happening here? What do we got going on? And then it was like, bing, I can name that tune in, well, longer than I would have liked, if I'm being honest. Wilde and Tausch is next on ESPN Milwaukee. Have a great day, everybody.
Eastbound on 94. We've still got backups from 84th Street all the way through to to 35th Street. Southbound on 43, also heavy ride from Hampton all the way down past Locust where there's an accident they're still working on. Other than that,